Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte.
Come on, back. Little catch.
Handing it off, right side, Algier. And they're able to get this one across the 35. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now, he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And complete to Drake London. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Algier will try to pick it up. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you've got to run fast. Of course, you've got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ultra.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They go play action here on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They'll run here with Algier, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this throw will be intercepted.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Come on. Hey. 70 Rangers. Go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Striker, 3-3 set.
Now a carry for Algier, headed right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
He'll buy some time right, and he fires one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Panthers at 9-6 now. They come in losers in 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll look to throw again. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Again, he'll drop to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
He's got his man, London, right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta. They'll set up to throw. Rolling to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 6. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
They'll throw now on the final play. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Hey, let's go! Hey, check that, street.
Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Falcons 27, Panthers 10.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
19 tight, 19 tight, 18 rounders, 18, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Come 19. 18, Pioneers.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Cougar 19. 60 Bison.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Ball's ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Blue striker. Yo, blue. You, yellow.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This pass is caught by London. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Come on, set.
And the Falcons first down.
Go ready. 6, 7.
Back to throw here. Steps away. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Steal. Check steal. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Viking 18. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain of 22 yards.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Black ultra. Yellow, blue. Smash, smash. Red, yellow.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Well, now they'll try the end around. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw left side. There's London. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Algier is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 2nd down and 6. He'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check smash, check smash. 60 Maverick, 60 left, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
3, 19 Lions. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, go Fury. Faster, faster. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And caught by London. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On the set. Green Jack. Ultra. Go ultra.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense